Welcome to everyone to join us today for an amazing announcement for the town of Fort Mill and for Winthrop University. We're so proud and pleased to have each of you here. I know I will do a disservice to someone by missing a name because I see so many people out here that have just given and given and given to our community. So please don't be offended. I'm trying as hard as I can. I would like to recognize our council, our town council that are here today: Lisa Cook, Ben Hudgens, Chris Wolf, Alan Garrison, our town manager, Carrie Vargo, Dr. Gordon Burnett, who was one of our assistant managers, Eric Davis, Gray Young, our Fort Mill School Superintendent, and the beloved Chuck Epps, our past superintendent. Ray Felder, somewhere in the audience is Ray. My friend George Shepard, who led TGK for many years, and I'm just so proud to have you in the audience. Elizabeth Bowers with the Fort Mill Economic Partners. I see you out there. Daylor, nice to have you. We're just blessed to have everyone here today. We will try to keep it short in our comments, but you know, when it's a good thing, it's hard to do that. So with that, we'll start with an invocation from Councilwoman Lisa Cook. Thank you.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the partnership between Winthrop University and the town of Fort Mill. We ask for your blessings over this shared vision of learning, growth, and service. May this collaboration strengthen our community, inspire future leaders, and create opportunities that benefit generations to come. Guide all who serve in this effort with wisdom, unity, and purpose. May all we do reflect integrity, hope, and a commitment to one another. In your name we pray. Amen.
So again, this is a special day for Fort Mill. Very short list. The Fort Mill Academy Prep School was founded by Captain John W. Harrington in the early 1850s. The new Fort Mill Academy, supported by the Catawba Lodge number 56, was founded in 1871. That academy became the first grade school in Fort Mill in 1910. Then the George Fish School followed in 1924. These were the very foundations of our school and our community before today. The Fort Mill School District has achieved unparalleled success. We have the best school district in the state, if not in the nation, in my opinion. And while that achievement is due to the dedication and efforts of our teachers, principals, superintendents, and staff, their success would not be possible without the relentless support by our community. Yet Fort Mill has never in its history had a college or a university or higher ed. That changes today. We're extremely proud that Winthrop University is partnering with the town of Fort Mill to bring higher education to our community, to this very building. We will have access to an excellent preschool, needed dual credit courses for our high school students, and a myriad of classes for businesses and adult students. Founded in 1886, Winthrop has established a record of excellence and resilience. I have been so inspired by Dr. Cerna and Sebastian and their staff as they work to enhance the educational offerings and branch into much-needed fields of study. They will help the amazing students of Fort Mill and the surrounding area learn what is needed to start their lives and help them to give back to the community that is invested in them. I would like to thank the town council, the town staff, Dr. Cerna, Sebastian and their staff, Joel Hamilton, the Winthrop Board Chair, Representative David Martin, Superintendent Gray Young and his staff, all our teachers and principals and their staffs for making Fort Mill the right place and Winthrop the right university. Go Eagles. All right, we're going to transition to Sebastian is going to join us and provide some remarks. So let's give him a warm welcome. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It certainly is an honor for me to be here today. And before I get into my prepared remarks, I also want to recognize a few of our trustees in the audience. Trustee Gary Williams, give us a wave right there. Trustee Rick Lee right over here. And then surrounding Rick Lee, many members of the leadership team at Winthrop University right there. So Rock Hill is the eagle's nest, but today we are thrilled to be standing here in Fort Mill at the heart of Eagle Country. Today we are spreading our wings and looking to soar into a new era of boundless potential. Today we build upon Winthrop's momentum of enrollment and an innovative new program growth in AI, cybersecurity engineering, health sciences, aviation, and an entrepreneurial innovation hub with SCRA. Today we expand upon Winthrop's historic strengths in teacher education, visual and performing arts, sciences, and the humanities. My name is Sebastian van Delden, Winthrop's Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs. On behalf of President Cerna and the Winthrop community, we are over the moon excited to be exploring a partnership with the town of Fort Mill to establish a comprehensive higher education instructional site right behind us at 123 North White Street in beautiful downtown Fort Mill. Winthrop is the only university in all of South Carolina down the road from a major city and a major international airport. Think about it for a second. This means countless opportunities for our students. And today, here, a little bit closer to Charlotte and just north of the river, Fort Mill and Winthrop are about to build something truly special. Our intent is to launch a three-pronged academic enterprise which does not duplicate anything on the Rock Hill main campus. The three prongs are Launchpad, Ascend, and Altitude. The Launchpad is geared towards early childhood development. We'll be establishing a lab school right here in this building, similar to the historic McFeet Lab School on the Rock Hill campus, which is the oldest continuously active lab school in all of America. So building on that strong history, we'll be establishing a lab school right here in Fort Mill in this building for the younger children. The second prong, Ascend, is geared towards the middle and high school children. This fall, we launched a comprehensive, Gray Young is here, a comprehensive dual enrollment program with the Fort Mill School District, which will be offered on the Winthrop's main campus, but by having this facility here, we can expand upon our dual enrollment offerings for high school kids and middle school kids and summer programs and many other things thanks to this new facility. I'm personally very thankful for the dual enrollment partnership. I live right up the road here in Fort Mill, and my daughter will be part of that first cohort of dual enrollment children, so I'm very excited about that program. Finally, Altitude. The final prong is geared towards more advanced graduate degree programs. We will be bringing a graduate degree program to this facility in its entirety, along with some other facilities. We'll be bringing pop-up classes for the community on a variety of topics, whether it's financial literacy, AI, human nutrition, many things, micro-certificates and industry-related fields and careers. And this will also be a hub to help bring economic development and industry professionals together with professors to help with economic development of the region. So in a nutshell, those are a few of the things that will be offered out of this instructional site here in Fort Mill. Our Academic Leadership Council and Deans, our CFO, Kevin Butler, right there next to Gary Williams. He didn't think I'd give him a shout out, but there it is. And several others have been working on these ideas for many months. We're very excited, and also the Winthrop faculty are very excited about this direction as well. We're not done yet. We still have a few details to work out to enter in a formal agreement, but I look forward to working with Gordon Burnett and Carrie Vargo to nail down all the details very soon. But the exciting thing is about today is that starting today, it's nice to talk publicly about our efforts and to continue to build momentum and support. And to keep the conversation going, it's my pleasure to now turn it over to our Chair of the Board of Trustees, Joel Hamilton.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm just so thrilled that so many of you were able to come out and join us this afternoon on such short notice for such a monumental announcement today. But really, I want to go back a little bit because this conversation and the idea would not even be possible but for the town of Fort Mill's bold vision to acquire this historic property downtown, convert it to the benefit of the town, and to ensure that this structure behind us really houses and becomes a true community asset. And it's really an honor for Winthrop to be a part of that vision and that dream. So thank you so much, Mayor Savage, for creating the infrastructure and the boldness and the vision for this idea to even come to fruition, let alone get us to the point where we can make an announcement. We've worked on a lot of things over the years, but to me, this one takes the cake. This is really bringing together things that are important, that we're passionate about. I'm a proud Winthrop alumni. I'm very honored to serve as the chair of the Board of Trustees. I lived right across the river, and we did make the trek across the river today. And I appreciate y'all actually inviting us, even though it is a few degrees cooler up here, it turns out. No, we're thrilled to be a part of Fort Mill. We're thrilled with the warm welcome we're seeing today, and that gives us even more excitement for the future. We're so blessed to have this opportunity, but more importantly, it's not us that are blessed. We know it's the students and the young people that will fill this building, that will have the opportunity to learn at McFeet from a very young age, which you mentioned all these dates and foundings. I wish I could tell you when it was, but McFeet is the first laboratory school in the nation. So obviously that goes back a long way, and to finally bring those core competencies and really what Winthrop does best across the river and to serve this community is a huge honor. The dual enrollment with Fort Mill schools, we're incredibly excited about that opportunity. I know the students hopefully are excited as well, and God bless them for volunteering to give themselves extra work in high school. I would not have made that decision, but I'm very glad that they're choosing to do that, and I know that will help them in their future as well. For our economic partners, thank you so much for coming out here today as well. It's our goal with this space to really add to and help the employees and the productive folks of this great community to be even better and be more productive and to get fantastic certifications, whether it's AI or anything else that may help them. I'm also proud, I don't know how many of y'all know this, Dr. Van Delden joined us from the College of Charleston and got to work right away with creating the first AI degree in the state, the first FinTech degree in the state. We've recently launched the first aviation management degree, which also includes a commercial pilot's license in the state. So I feel like I say first in the state all the time. Now it feels even better to be able to say the first in Fort Mill. So here we go. We're excited. I want to thank again everyone for coming out on such short notice to join us today. It really does mean the world to me and everyone at Winthrop, and I know the town of Fort Mill. And it's my honor to also introduce a friend of mine, Representative David Martin, who has been incredibly supportive behind the scenes. I know he also couldn't wait for this public announcement so we could actually discuss this fantastic opportunity with y'all. We appreciate your support, Representative Martin, both to get us to this point and continued. Thank you so much for all you do for the town of Fort Mill and for the support of Winthrop.
See if I can move this up a little bit, probably not. Hey guys, good afternoon. My name is David Martin. I'm the state representative for District 26 right here in Fort Mill. Honored to my friends south of the river. Welcome to the north of the river. I'm a third generation Fort Mill native, and we always welcome you guys. And as my friend Representative Brandon Guffey puts it, welcome to the north of the Mason-Dixon line. So we appreciate it. Guys, I'm in shock that this is happening today. I've been wanting to talk about this for months now, and the anticipation that's built around this idea and this vision. So I'm excited to be standing here today. And again, I know I was supposed to keep remarks short, but that's just not my style, so I apologize ahead of time. Guys, less than a year ago, I sat right over there in the conference room with Mayor Savage. It was a simple conversation about what is something that is missing in our town. What is something that is missing in our town that the state and our local government can work together to better serve our community, our family, and our businesses right here in York County and Fort Mill. It was a simple conversation that talked about how we can grow our community economically, how we could support those small businesses like the Downtown Co-op and the Fort Mill Economic Partners, great group of people that are here this morning. How can we do all those things while still protecting the very fabric and the very core of what makes Fort Mill great? From that simple conversation with the mayor became a joint goal and a joint vision that I was not sure was possible, of bringing a college to Fort Mill, South Carolina. Today, we're not just announcing that vision, but we're announcing a partnership that will forever change the complexion of Fort Mill, but also Winthrop University for the better. For more than 130 years, Winthrop University has been a cornerstone of York County, South Carolina. It carries a $200 million economic impact in the state of South Carolina and a reputation as one of the top academic institutions in the Southeast. And now it's great to say that the Eagle legacy is going to be expanding over on this side of Fort Mill. My mom was a Bearcat, my dad was a Yellow Jacket, but finally, we are going to have both sides of the river come together for a common purpose. This is not just about adding a campus right here in Fort Mill. This is much bigger. This is about building a foundation for the future generations of our community and the future educators as well in our community. These opportunities, as you have already heard, will create 3 distinct programs that will help every single age group in our community. I've got an 18-year-old daughter, I got a 5, and I got a 1-year-old, so I see the whole spectrum. And so this will help all the ages of Fort Mill. First, the Early Childhood Laboratory School is going to provide access to quality child care for families. We desperately need cheaper options when it comes to daycare in South Carolina and Fort Mill. This will provide a quality service with Winthrop University, not only to help our educators in that program, but also help our parents in the town of Fort Mill. It's a win for parents, a win for students, and also a win for our workforce. Second, the dual enrollment program will allow our students to remain rooted right here in the community of Fort Mill. As a business owner that started my business right here in Fort Mill, I understand how important it is to retain the top talent. You invest in your employees, you invest in your students, you invest in your people in the community, and then oftentimes they leave. They take other opportunities. It's really important that with us having the #1 school district in Fort Mill, that we keep those students right here. We educate them, we grow them, we nourish them, and then they come back to work within this community to help others along the way. Finally, we're creating a pathway for lifelong learning through continuing education programs. Earlier this year, I worked with the mayor and the town and town council to put together some AI classes for continuing education programs that were a hit. And so we had tons of enrollment. It was a great opportunity for Fort Mill. But from that, we're going to be able to expand into AI classes, cybersecurity, financial technology, data science. Those are the industries that shape our future economic future in Fort Mill, South Carolina, and throughout our great nation. Fort Mill today, with this addition, is stepping directly into that future and leading the innovation and the workforce development throughout York County. When you combine those 3 programs with the already incredible businesses that we have here, the LPL, the Domtar, the Sunbelt Rentals, the US Foods, the PMCs, the Atrium Health, you start to see a bigger picture of what Fort Mill is today versus what it used to be in the past and the direction that it's heading. We are building a pipeline for education that meets opportunity, and then where opportunity then turns into long-term economic growth. Again, I'm excited that this is going to be, as Joel said, the first college campus in the history of Fort Mill, a place where my dad and my aunts and uncles used to work right over there across the street. This is great that this is going to be a cornerstone of Fort Mill right here in downtown. This is a moment when Fort Mill did not just grow, as we do so often, but this is an opportunity where our town will now evolve into the future of Fort Mill. I'm incredibly excited to be just a small part of this and this opportunity. Finally, I will stop talking soon. I want to thank President Cerna. Sebastian, it's been great working with you and meeting you. I want to thank Joel, Beth Costner, Aaron Hamill, Melissa McCartney, Amanda James, Kevin Butler, the rest of the board and the leadership team at Winthrop. Thank you all so much. It's been great to meet everybody and get to work with you guys. To our town council, our school board, Lisa, everybody, thank you all so much for your leadership on this as well. Finally, I have to say, there's one person I got to thank more than anybody, and that's Mayor Savage. Mayor Savage was willing to sit down in that conference room with me and have a conversation about what the future of Fort Mill looks like. This is a major, major passion project for me and her over the last 8 months and 9 months. I am very difficult to work with at times, as some of my town council members and school board members know. I have very high expectations, and there are some late night phone calls, emails, text messages at any hour of the day. And Mayor Savage has been willing to work with me and has been such a great leader for our community, and she's going to continue to do amazing things. This would not be here today if it was not for Mayor Savage's leadership, and I am so honored to be the state representative and have the ability to work with people like Mayor Savage and the future and the vision that she brings to our great town. So Mayor Savage, I just want to say thank you so much. Guys, to close out, I'm proud of this partnership. I'm proud of our town. I'm proud of what this means for our for this town and for my hometown. I'm excited for what this also means for our students, our families, and our future. Winthrop University and Eagle Nation, congratulations and welcome to Fort Mill.
It's not often I cry at a press conference, you know. What is that all about? Now I welcome someone that I've known all my life and that I dearly love. Gray, you stepped into big shoes, and as best I can tell, you're doing a wonderful job. So welcome, and bring some comments from the biggest gem in our crown. Okay?
Well, thank y'all so much. I want to start off, again, I'm Gray Young, honored and humbled and blessed to be the superintendent of this great school district. Thanks to Dr. Epps for everything that he's done to create this culture here in Fort Mill. And this is just kind of an icing on the cake for us with this partnership. So this really comes full circle for me. I'm a lifelong resident of this community. I attended McFeet for 2 years as a 3- and 4-year-old. And I'm a 2001 Winthrop graduate. So this really just brings my whole life together. So it's almost emotional for me sitting here listening to everybody talk. But I want to begin, honestly, with sincere gratitude to Mayor Savage, the town of Fort Mill, to Winthrop University. This is just an unbelievable partnership. I want to thank you for your vision, the partnership, the commitment to making this happen. Like David, I sat in a committee meeting about a year ago, a town vision committee or whatever it was, and I heard Mayor Savage say, I want to bring higher learning to Fort Mill. And I was like, wow, I don't think we've ever even discussed this. This is awesome. And it's been a year in the making, and I know how hard she's worked. I know how hard Representative Martin's worked, who I also taught Representative Martin. So it makes me feel old. But I know how hard you guys have worked in the town and Winthrop to really bring this together. This moment is really more than just an MOU. It's really a shared investment in the future of our students in the Fort Mill community. The impact on students it's going to have greater access to higher education right here in our lovely town. It's going to have clearer, more attainable pathways from K-12 to the college experience, opportunities for dual enrollment. You heard Dr. Van Delden talk about the cohort that we will start next year. We'll have 24 students that are attending Winthrop half the day, getting those dual credit and those college credits, and we are excited about that, giving them those early college experiences. It's going to have a stronger connection between the classroom learning and the real world experiences and application. But not just the impact on our students, the impact on our community as a whole is going to be just so vital. It's going to have a stronger alignment between education and the workforce needs of this community, support growth opportunities for our teachers, our staff members, increased innovation, collaboration, and economic development. And then lastly, a partnership that just really strengthens our community as a whole, and we're really excited about that. If you've heard me speak before in Fort Mill, I talk about the 4 C's. It's culture, community, commitment, and continuous improvement. And this partnership really embraces all 4 of those C's. Culture, it reinforces lifelong learning beyond graduation. I think everybody's talked about that. Community, it builds meaningful, lasting partnerships with our community and with Winthrop. Commitment, it expands opportunities for every student in our district. And then lastly, continuous improvement, it encourages bold thinking about the future of education. So We are just so blessed for this partnership. I do want to recognize one of our school board members is here, Wayne Bolden. If you want to raise your hand, Wayne. Thank him for his vision on the school board and for helping this come together. But I just want to close again with thanks to you, Mayor Savage. I know you've worked so hard on this. Thanks to all of the town of Fort Mill, and especially thanks to Winthrop University. We are so excited about this partnership. It's going to provide so many opportunities for our students and our staff, and we can't wait to get started. Go Eagles. Thank you.
Would you like to cover the highlights of the MOU, or do you want me to? Okay. We're just going to briefly cover the highlights of the Memorandum of Understanding. I will not read the entire thing to you, but once it's signed, we will make it publicly available. A memorandum of understanding is an agreement that we're signing today to partner or establish a mutual understanding and collaborative framework between the town and Winthrop University for the development of Winthrop University Fort Mill campus. Doesn't that sound nice? The parties intend to work together to plan, fund, and develop this academic and community-serving initiative as a transformative educational, work development, and community asset for the town of Fort Mill. This is an incredible opportunity. I know we all use the term we seek a win-win. This is a partnership with the school, with Winthrop, with the town, and with the community. So it's a win-win-win-win. We really struck gold with this. I believe Sebastian and Joel and I will sign this. It will be official. And just some closing comments. Thank you all for attending. Every person in this audience has contributed something towards this effort, and I am deeply grateful. Thank you for my council for always being there and making good decisions for the community. Everyone's support will be needed going forward, and I know we can count on you. The Eagle has landed. So with that, yes, please. Thank you all. I definitely would love for you to have some photo ops with our great eagle and our Barry here. He's got a long weekend ahead of him. So by all means, there's some refreshments at the table. Help yourself and make this a beautiful campus that you come to often. Thank you so much.